Here we are, the first iteration of Knicks and Sips, a podcast for two New Yorkers talking about New York sports and what's most important in the world of New York sports and sports in general, really. But just want to introduce myself. My name is Jeremy, and this is my co-partner here. His name is Seth. What's going on, Seth? How you doing?
Going on, bro? Good. Doing good. I'm glad that we're here. I'm glad that I can join you. This is gonna be great.
This is
Gonna be
good,
great,
man. This
bro.
is a good thing. And what's so good about what we're doing is we finally get a chance to talk good basketball. We finally get a chance to talk good basketball, man. We've been dealing with it for a long time. And
Yeah.
that's what's so amazing is we're New Yorkers, bro.
Yeah.
We're New
Yep.
Yorkers. We both were born in the city. All
Hmm.
right. That was it. We were born in the city. And man, this is just this whole this whole entire 2 months have been a roller coaster of emotions. The Knicks are champions. They
It
are
still feels like a dream
world
when you say
champions.
it. It's still a dream to me.
It hasn't really fully hit.
No.
It hasn't really fully hit, Seth.
Yeah.
Like I know, and we're gonna talk about this. Like we're gonna talk about all the fun times and the crowds and everything, but like they're champions. It's shocking.
Yeah. It's weird. It's
Like
it's weird, if I'm being honest. It's weird.
I can't even really wrap my head around it, but it's here. It's finally been here. You have a hat on that says the 1994 NBA Finals, Knicks Rockets. I'm telling you right now, I was 10 years old. I was 10 years old watching that finals when it went to a game seven and the Knicks lost in a tragic, tragic way. And I was devastated. I was devastated. There's a whole story about when I was growing up as a kid.
Hmm.
When I was watching that,
Hmm.
I used to collect basketball cards.
Yeah.
And I had every player, every team. That's what I was doing. I would love to collect it. I was so mad at the end of that finals. I was crying, man. I was bawling my eyes out as a 10-year-old kid. And you know what's so funny? Now I'm watching videos of these Spurs fans crying. And I was like, you know what? I can relate. You know what, kid?
Yeah.
I see you. I understand how you feel. And I grabbed those cards that I had and I flipped over to the Rocket section and I laid them all out on like my windowsill
Hmm.
and I started lighting these cards on fire, Seth. I was so mad. I was
You're
lighting
insane.
up everybody.
You're insane.
Oh, man, I was crazy. Sam Cassell, burned. Done. Hakeem Olajuwon, burned. Get out of here. It was just burning cards left and right. And there was a card that had a super like hologram, like ultra card. It was Vernon Maxwell. Now, Vernon Maxwell, he's on a couple of podcasts now, and he
Hmm.
is the craziest man you ever want to hear. But when he was playing ball, he was a problem. And I had this card, and he cooked the Knicks so bad on that entire series. So I lit that card up, but I didn't realize that the hologram was filled with like some lacquer, and it was like one
Oh
of those
my
shiny
God.
cards. The fire just like lit up, and it caught the drapes. Drape started burning up my house. Oh my goodness, Seth!
What
I'll
the
tell you
heck?
right now, I saw my life flash before my eyes. I I had to put it out. I put it out real quick, and I tried to hide it from my family. I tried to hide it from my mom and my dad for like 2 weeks straight. Try to hide it all. Long story short, because I'm taking this a little too long, they found out I was grounded for the entire summer of
Yes.
1994. Literally
All for the Knicks.
2 months, I did not do anything because of the Knicks. This is where my fandom comes from.
It's here.
From that moment, it's there. It's like
Yeah.
exactly what you said.
It's
We're
there.
talking deep, deep seated,
Roots.
like
Yep.
I'm born in the darkness. This is
Yeah.
what Bean said.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
Yeah.
I
We
was
were born in it.
born
It's in us. We just know
in
it.
us.
We don't know anything else. That's why this is so weird to us.
100%. I was born in it. So
Yeah.
this was this was crazy. So that was 94. And then
Mhm.
remember in 99, they went back
Right. Yeah. As the eighth seed, right?
as the eighth seed, the first
Yep.
one ever,
Mm-hmm.
by the way, the first eighth seed ever to go to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, who do they go up against? They go up against the San Antonio Spurs, but with a rookie in Tim Duncan, who's probably one of the best power forwards of all time.
Mm-hmm.
David Robinson, you're talking about a top 75 player. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Like literally, and they called them the Twin Towers back then. I know we don't want to, that's another thing for another day, but yeah,
Rest in
that was
peace.
their nickname. And man, they tore through the Knicks in five. So that was the last time. And then the Knicks for a very long time after that. And you know a lot about that because this is where you're coming in.
Yeah.
We did
Yeah.
not sniff an Eastern
Nin-
Conference Finals or the
94.
finals at that point.
Not 90. So 94, you were 10. I wasn't a thought. 99, I was almost 2. So I don't remember any of that. But it's funny because I feel like for you, it was Patrick, it was John Starks, it was
Yeah,
all those guys. And I
that's a
know
good
about them. I've
player.
heard about them. Like we all know about them. Um, but my years was like Carmelo,
Yeah,
Amari,
yeah,
Knicks tape to the finest. And
yeah,
that was my team. I remember when we went in 20, what was it, 2012.
yeah,
I think that was our first time going back to the playoffs. So we
yeah.
went back to the playoffs and we played Boston. And we lost to Boston in what, 6, I think?
I think it was six
Um,
games. Yeah,
it
in
was
six
in
games.
6. But what was interesting was they gave out these posters, so the posters for the playoffs. Um, I had that in my room since 2012.
There you
Hadn't
go.
moved. And the fact that like we made the playoffs again and again these past 3 years, it like brought back that like passion and that like vigor that I had when we went to the playoffs last time. Didn't
Yeah,
make it to the finals. I was not alive for that.
no,
But I mean, we had some rough years in between 13 to like
yeah.
2020.
Call those the dark ages.
That was
Terrible.
the actual dark ages.
Terrible, terrible, terrible basketball. Terrible, just picks during the draft. Terrible. I mean, the worst things in the world could have happened to teams and they were the Knicks always.
You're looking at like the draft,
Oh,
and you're seeing like Frank Ntilikina,
yeah,
Kristaps Porzingis, Tingus Pingus, right? You're seeing like all these guys who are coming in, and you're just like, what is happening? But deep down, you know what's fun? We always said. I think I heard other Knicks fans. They would always say, "This is our guy. This
yeah.
is our guy here."
Oh,
It's like it was always hope.
always. That's a thing though, but you know what that's from? That's from New York.
Yeah.
That is another New York thing. And it's a thing, and I know some other teams might say it, but it doesn't really ring true. But
Hmm.
you've heard it a bunch of times, right? Once a Nick, always a Nick. It's always
Always.
been a thing. You ever come on a team, that's it. You're one
Yeah.
of us now.
You're part of us.
Because of how long it's been, man. 53 years. They won the chip in 73. So it's like this is crazy.
My dad came to the States that year. Like that's the last time that the Knicks won. That's what just tells you how time is. How long ago the Knicks won.
But it's crazy. Like you think about that. You mentioned the draft, Frank Ntilikina. Like we could have had Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell was picked after that.
Hmm.
I go back to Kevin Knox. Remember
Oh
with
my gosh.
with Steph Curry going one spot before. One spot. We're talking one of the greatest shooters of all time. He could have been a Nick. He would have been a Nick. We were gonna get him, and he goes to the Warriors. I can't. I
We were
can't
gonna
think about
get a
that
lot.
anymore.
We
It's a
were gonna
lot.
get him. Mitch,
Uh,
Donovan Mitchell.
uh,
Let me put some respect on Mitch's name, but
yep.
Donovan Mitchell. We were gonna get him. It's funny. We were always one pick away, and for some reason, I still believed in those guys that we picked.
I
RJ
did.
Barrett. When we missed Zion, I was like, Barrett, done. We got him.
That's our guy.
He's our guy. Like he's gonna
That's
win
our
it for
guy.
us. That's just yeah.
I
That's just
have a
the hope we
jersey. I
have.
have an RJ Barrett jersey. I'm like, I have an RJ Barrett jersey. I'm like, there it is. And that's the same thing, right? You said Amari, right? Amari picked New York. He wanted to come here. He
Hmm.
wanted to start something. I view the same way as Julius Randle, who, this poor man, this poor man,
Welcome home to the wrong side.
this poor man is a net now. But I mean, listen, at least he's back in the city. At
That's
least he's back in the city. He's gonna get a lot of love. He's gonna get a lot of love from everybody. I'll tell you that right now. He's gonna get hugs. He's gonna get a lot of love because
he
he really helped put the Knicks back on the map.
yeah.
And that's what's really amazing is because this this run that we have seen, and we watched a lot of games together, me and you. We watched
Yeah.
a ton of games together, and the
Yeah.
games that we didn't see together, we were talking to each other the entire time.
Yeah.
This run that has just happened from April to June,
Um,
Seth, everything that we have seen, it's now put in record books as one of the most dominant playoff runs in the history of basketball.
yeah.
Three losses. Three losses. Okay. You have four series. Three losses in those four series.
Hmm.
And two of those losses are 1 point each.
It's crazy.
And then the third loss was by four. 6 points. 6 points, three losses for 3 months straight. Well, for 2.5 months, really.
Yeah. Three.
Literally, well, for the entire month of May, we didn't lose a game
Right.
and we swept everybody.
Right.
So we can just
Cavs.
start with that. You know what? We're gonna wind things back
Okay.
and let's start with that. Let's start with the Hawks, right?
Okay.
We finally go into the playoffs. We are in the 3 seed.
Hmm.
We're gonna wrap this whole entire season up in a bow right now
Yep.
with the 3 seed, and we go and we play Atlanta, and we whoop Atlanta in game one. And I'm like, let's go. We're gonna do this right now, and this is gonna be good because we have home court advantage. Game two happens, and I don't know what occurred, but Atlanta came out swinging.
Right.
They came out swinging, and honestly, we got punched in the mouth.
But lost by a point.
But it was by a point. So, whatever. I was like,
Hmm.
you know what? Fine. They took one. Let's go and let's take one from them. Game three, which is going to go down in history as the game that changed it all.
Yep.
Knicks lose by a ridiculous game that was fouls and the refs and things were kind of all over the place. And
Hmm.
Knicks had to come back from being down from a little bit, and they end up losing the game with a ridiculous shot. And I'm not
Again.
gonna lie to you, I was shocked
Again. By a point.
by 1 point. And I sat back and I was like, there is no way. I remember saying to a friend of mine, I'm like, there's no way we're gonna lose this. We can't lose this series.
I said that to myself. So I'm like, there's
I
no
was
way
like,
we lose
this
to the
is
Hawks.
unbelievable. The Hawks and
Yeah.
the stuff, man. I'm telling you. And I would get upset.
Hmm.
I drive an hour to work every day, and I listen to sports talk radio. And man, it was ticking me off to the fact that when the Knicks would lose, I'm like, I'm not listening. I can't listen.
Yeah.
I can't put on sports right now because what people are saying are driving me insane.
Yeah. It's
And everyone was like, they're going to lose to this team. And this is exactly what the point is. And that's it. They're going to blow up this team after this year. This coach is trash. Mike Brown, they got him for 1 year. He's
Mhm.
trash. They're going to blow this team up. They're going to get Giannis. It's going to be Giannis and Brunson, and they're going to have to figure out everybody else. This is what the whole talk was about after game three.
Mhm. Yeah.
And game four happened. And
We tie it up. We tie it up, and that's all I really wanted. Just tie up the series.
yeah,
So here's my thing. To go back to what you were saying. I think everyone's when we lost that second game in game three, everyone was coming for us
everybody.
because they're like, oh, this is the Knicks. This is what the Knicks do.
Yep.
They lose in crunch time. They lose in the second round, the first round, or they like choke jobs. They think we're choke jobs,
100%.
basically. Um, like we didn't get hurt last year at all. It's fine, and we didn't get ran to the ground by Tibbs. It's fine. So that's why I think everyone when I was hearing all these guys on ESPN and all these guys on this podcast and Colin Cowherd and all these dudes, and they're
Oh,
like. I can't stand him. I just want to put
uh,
that out there. I like his podcast. He's good. He's informative, but he's just I hate when he
no,
talks Knicks.
he's ridiculous,
Yeah,
and it's getting a little out of control.
yeah.
And I think he was a little bit Knicks for clicks himself. And when I
Oh,
say that Knicks for clicks, people, that is when you talk terrible about the New York Knicks,
mhm.
so that their fans, who they know have the deepest and biggest fan base across literally all the sports, and there's a reason, and we saw it. Okay, is because they're gonna go off and they're gonna watch the videos and they're gonna look and they're gonna answer and you're gonna get repost and repost and repost clicks for
Mhm.
clicks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry because Colin is a little bit crazy, but sorry, keep going. Yep, keep going.
No. So guys like him classify us as choke jobs. So I think that's when I don't know if Mike Brown heard him or he heard like anybody else. He see, I was worried. I don't know if you were in the beginning of the year. Mike Brown and Cat had this like little thing going on,
Yeah,
this little back and forth, right?
yep,
And so I was like, okay, I like Mike Brown. I was a fan of us getting rid of Tibbs. As much as everyone thinks he's a great coach, he is, but he's also never won a finals. So
mm,
I wasn't bothered by taking Mike Brown because Mike Brown has been there
he's
as an
been there.
assistant coach and as a coach.
Yep.
So I like that. So when
And
I
remember, and by the way, he took the Sacramento Kings, who were doo doo trash, and took them to the playoffs for the first time in 15 years. Just letting you know.
who
Just
did, who
saying
did
that as
he had
well.
what? He had DeMontis, he had De'Aaron Fox,
Yep.
and uh um what's his guy?
Who was the
Malik
third guy?
Malik or Monk.
Malik Monk.
He
Literally had
had
pretty much them and a bag
them
of
three.
chips
Yep.
and
And he
some
took him
lint.
to what, second round or first round? Or was it just first round?
No, it was no, yeah, it was the first round, but it was the but there I think did they take the Warriors to like game six or
Seven. They took him
seven?
to seven.
They took him to seven. That was the first time in 15 years. The last time the Kings went, they had Chris Webber on their
Yeah.
team back in the day. So I mean,
Peja Stojakovic.
exactly. So it was a long time, and Mike Brown took that team, and then they dumped him. They got rid of him right after that, and he got
Fine.
picked up. He got picked up by the Warriors right after that.
We'll take him now. Okay.
Exactly.
So I was worried at first, but to go back all the way back right now, we're fast forward, right? April what? April 25th, right?
Yeah,
Game
it was in the
four.
20s. Yep.
Okay. That changed everything because Mike Brown used Cat in a way that I don't think the Wolves used Cat.
Ever,
Yeah.
ever, Seth.
Yeah. They used him as a pure big man, as a pure scorer,
Ever, bro.
and Mike Brown just changed it. And I think the way that they used the team, because before it was very Jalen Brunson ball, and he changed that. He changed that, which I hated that. I hate that. Don't hold the
Yeah.
ball. So he changed that. We beat him. Game 5 came. Oh my gosh. And then game 6.
What happened in game six, bro?
They gave up. Hawks give up. Hawks said, "Yeah, you guys got it. Take it." That's what
That
happened.
was the biggest beatdown I've ever seen in my entire life.
That
That was a
was
party for me.
that was
Knicks
amazing.
won by 50 points, bro.
I got bored, and I was like so excited that I got bored how bad we beat them. It was I can't
Terrible.
explain.
Remember
140 to
that
89. 140 to 89.
that was the game. That's the game that started off with Deuce McBride hit like four threes in a row, right? It was like with the beginning of
Uh,
the first quarter.
was it?
I
Or
think
was
that
that
was the
versus
game.
Philly? I think that was Philly.
Oh, that was Philly? Okay, well, we'll
Philly.
get
It
to
was
Philly
Philly.
then.
I
Then we'll
remember
get to
that.
Philly
We'll
then.
get to
'Cause
that.
that was another beatdown. That's another beatdown. So, yes.
So 51, right? And you know what's funny? I actually, that same game, I ordered this.
Uh-oh.
This came in the mail. It's a top. So I got all these tops cards after the playoffs games, right? I got this card. It's a
Oh,
historic. It says historic 51 point win powers Knicks to conference semis.
that's
51
amazing.
points. I mean,
That's amazing.
what else can you say?
Yeah. Literally at that point, what else can you say? Like
So,
I can't believe that. So that moves us right into May because then the Knicks take the Hawks, which they were supposed to, and
yeah.
all you heard was, "Oh, they were supposed to. Oh, the Hawks were trash. Oh, the Hawks were the 16. You're supposed to beat them."
Hmm.
And for some reason, some way, we all thought we're playing Boston Celtics again. We're gonna slap Boston like we did 2 years
Hmm.
ago. We'll slap them again. We don't
Yeah.
care, but we'll have to play them. And
Mhm.
some weird way, it didn't happen.
I was shocked.
It looks like Philly came to play. They finally
Sure.
beat Boston. Finally. They were so excited. They were so happy. Philly finally got over the hump and beat Boston. And all the media.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, the Sixers. Embiid's healthy. Did you see that rookie, VJ Edgecombe? Oh my God, who's going to guard him? Who's going to guard Tyrese Maxey? He's the fastest player in the league, guys. He's the fastest player. He's the quickest player in the league.
Hmm.
Who's going to guard Paul George? He is a veteran. He's pretty much a bucket from the corner.
Hmm.
Get the brooms out. Get
Welcome
the
to
brooms
New
out.
York. Welcome to New York.
Literally, Joel Embiid, I know, is a dirty bleep, bleep, bleep. And I'm just going to leave it at that. That's what he is. And
Frenchman.
he tried
Frenchman.
this mess. He literally fell on the ground every time the ball touched him.
I can't stand
And
him.
it was the most ridiculous thing ever. But to be honest, it wasn't even close any of the games.
No, no, no. No.
It wasn't even close.
There was, I think, game two, we won by 6. That
Yeah,
was the closest.
yeah. But I didn't
Closest.
even feel it because we were like, nah. In the fourth quarter, these guys were gassed, and Bede can't even play. He's
Game,
it was over.
what
It
was
was
it?
done.
Game one? We beat them by like 40 points? That's
Game
game
one,
one.
game one was game one was 137 to 98.
98, that's 40 points. We beat them by 40 points. They were either gassed or they just suck. Which I think is both, but they're just
Literally both. Literally both. And then 108 to 102, yes, by 6. And then again, 108 to 94. And
And
then
then game
and
four
then
was just them playing ball at their local rec. They just
again, another destruction. So now, for the second time in the series, in a closeout game, the Knicks are blowing teams away.
yeah.
To the fact, Seth, that they don't play their starters in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
At this point, I was like, something special is going on.
It felt different, right?
After the sweep of the Sixers, I said, okay,
Yep.
These guys have unfinished business because they lost in the Eastern Conference Finals last year.
Mhm.
Now we're like, you know what? Let's go. We're going to go. We're going to play Detroit, who everyone is afraid of, and
Right.
we're going to beat the snot out of this team. We're going to have to do it. It's going to be a battle. I don't
Mhm.
care. Knicks in 7. Let's do this. And then somehow, again, looks like we're going to play Cleveland. And when that happened, I said to you, I was like, there's no way we're losing this series. There's no way the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to stop us from going to the finals for the first time since 1999. There was no way.
No.
And boy, was I right.
With a
Bring
sweep.
the brooms out
With a
again.
sweep again. Again. That's my whole thing. Again. And I
Bring the
remember
brooms out again.
around. So this is when I started like at work and everywhere, like everyone started to like build up. You could feel it. I was
That's the
at
thing.
work.
New York changed during this
Oh yeah.
series.
No, it changed. It
During this series, things started to get crazy.
everybody, everywhere I walked around, Knicks.
Yep.
The Knicks.
Yeah.
The Knicks are going to the final. They're gonna sweep the Cavs. Everyone was saying, "Oh, this is our year. We're gonna do this." And it was just I everywhere I walked, everyone wanted to talk to Knicks. Old ladies wanted to talk about the Knicks to me. Like little kids, oh everybody was Knicks.
I, literally the same. I work in a finance building.
Hmm.
All right. I work with people 65, 70, women, all these old, everyone's talking Knicks.
Hmm.
People are walking in wearing orange,
Hmm.
wearing blue,
Nope.
talking
Yep.
Knicks every day.
Yep.
I was like, you know what? This is awesome. This is what this is what playoffs are supposed to feel like, Seth, because it never felt like this.
Nope. Nope.
It was always despair. I was waiting for the other shoe to drop. I was waiting for Brunson to hurt himself. I was waiting for Cat to hurt himself. I was like, what is going to happen?
Yeah.
What is going to occur? And what they did to Cleveland, what they did to James Harden, that fraudulent player,
Okay,
was
let me just put it out there. And I'm sorry to interrupt.
no,
But
please.
James Harden, like so a lot hate him. I love him. I love James Harden. I love the way that he plays. You
Okay,
can ask anyone. I love the way that he plays.
okay.
He's so a lot say that Shea and him are the same. I don't think so.
Hmm.
Harden he knows how to create fouls, right?
Yeah.
Shea is just trying to he's just doing dumb stuff. Um, but playoff James Harden, I knew would sell because he's done it every single year of his career.
Every single year.
And but to go back to what you said, did you ever have a feeling of like during these whole playoffs, like, man, what if somebody gets hurt?
I did.
Like, what if like Cat like sprains his ankle?
Yeah.
Or what if Jalen like tears his Achilles? Or like, what if?
Oh,
And I had these thoughts, and I'm like, we're gonna lose again. We're not going
yeah.
to because I'm just so. And again, we're so used to it.
Yeah.
We're so used to this losing. So
Yeah.
for me, it's like we're gonna lose this again.
We're gonna lose again.
Some way, somehow, the basketball gods are gonna come down and touch his ankle, and it's gonna
And
snap. And
this
I'm
that.
like, I can't do this. I can't do it. But Knicks in four.
Dixon four.
Knicks in four.
Dixon four.
What to say?
They swept them again. And they beat them down again. This was
Like bad every time.
bad every time, man.
Yeah.
Game four, bad.
Yep.
Game
Double
six, game
digit
four,
games.
game four. Game
Double
six,
digit
game
games.
four, and game four were absolute destruction.
Yeah.
Which brings us to the finals, which, by the way, we had to wait. We sat down after
Oh,
winning game four, and literally We were at game 5 of the Western Conference Finals, and then it had to go to game 6, and then it had to go to game 7, and we just waited. We sat there and waited 9 whole days to find out who we're going to play. And sure enough, we play the San Antonio Spurs with a dude that is 7'8". Okay? I don't
Ridiculous.
understand the size of this man.
Goliath.
Victor Wembanyama, who's been in the league for 2 years, is the tallest person in the league.
No.
But he's not like other tall people that have been in the league before in terms of the tallest, like
Mhm.
a Boban or going back in the day, George Mirasan, Manu Bol, even Yao Ming. These
Yeah,
guys were
different.
slow. These guys were bumbling over themselves.
Hmm.
Wemby is like, this guy has a dribble. He drives. He kind of has a jumper a little bit. So I was like, oh my goodness, why in the world? But the one thing I had in my head was, this team is young.
That's
This
exactly my
team
thought.
is young. You had a guy that was 20 years old in Dylan Harper. You had a
Hmm.
guy that was 21 in Stephen Castle, who's a beast.
Great. Yeah. Great for
He's a
their age.
beast. And you had Wemby, who's 22. You had literally 3 guys that weren't even born when the Knicks were in the finals in '99.
They're my age. They're
Literally.
like a few years younger than I am.
Yeah. So I was like, if anything, this is going to be a long series, but the Knicks could possibly do it because of, what's going on. Which brings
Mhm.
us to this amazing series in game 1 and how the Knicks really came out game 1 and handled business. I
Yeah.
thought they played excellent game 1, and it was a battle. It
Hmm.
was a battle.
Oh yeah.
The Knicks ended up overcoming it and
Yeah.
winning game 1 on the road, which was huge,
Big,
huge win.
big,
At
big, big
that
win.
point, I was like, let's just get home.
Yeah.
I don't even care about game 2. In my back
I
of my head, I literally was like, I don't even care about game 2. Let's just get home 1-1 so that we could finally have a game in the Garden.
Yep.
Game
And
2 comes around.
oh
Seth,
my
game 2 was bonkers.
game two. I don't. Yeah.
Game 2 was ridiculous. And the comeback that Knicks did, I just was like, wow, these guys aren't quitting. And that's when I
Yeah.
started to be like, these guys are not, they're not quitters. They're not gonna quit. Knicks were down game 2. What was it? Maybe 10 points, something like
Yeah.
that. In
Uh,
the fourth, more than that. I
so
think I think they
San,
were down 10 points in all 4 games. They were down 10 points.
San Antonio outscored them in the first and the fourth quarter, and we outscored them in the second and third quarter.
Gotcha.
But
So
yeah, go ahead.
absolute craziness. Game 2. But the Knicks won game 2.
That shocked me. No, okay, so I will be honest. Yeah, I mean, you always hear Knicks in four, Knicks in five, right, whatever. And I'm like, okay, like let's put that aside and let's be real for a minute. This team is different. This isn't Philly. This isn't the Cavs. This isn't the Hawks. They're insane. They just took the defending champs to 7 games
Yep.
and beat them. They got the foul baiter. They beat them.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh boy. Like when they won that, I was like, ooh, like I'm kind of, even though I preferred them over OKC.
Yeah, me too.
I actually did. But I was they're hot and they're young. And we took a rest 3 times after
Yeah.
the Hawks,
Yeah.
after Philly,
Yeah.
after the Cavs.
A lot of
I'm
rest.
like, man, this is a lot of rest. Like I was kind of worried. You kept hearing on ESPN, oh, are they rusty? Are they this? Like, are they gonna come up with the same intent? And dude, we Brunson, like, look, that's your shirt.
This
That's our
man right
guy,
here.
bro.
This
That's our
guy,
guy.
what he did Come on. Which takes us to game three, first game ever
Started.
in the millennium that is in the finals for the Knicks. Okay. And leading up to this, there's a whole lot of nonsense going on. We got the president coming in. We got a wall being built around MSG
Yeah.
because of the watch parties, which you've been at down in the city.
Yeah.
These watch parties were crazy. We're talking 4, 5, 6, 7,000 people flooding the streets.
Yeah.
And then after the game, 18,000 people walking out with 7 or 8,000 people in the streets already and have them converge.
Mm-hmm.
So the city was buzzing.
It was insane. Yeah.
The city was
insane.
lit.
And I knew it was going to be insane because I didn't go during the finals.
Yeah.
I didn't go during the final. I went during the playoffs.
It was
And
crazy.
the playoffs felt like we were in the finals. But it's always felt like that. You know what I mean? It's always
Yes.
like even
Because the
when we
fans-
beat Boston,
Because
remember-
this was their finals.
this was
It
our
used
time.
to, it used to be.
But it's funny because it's like it was different. Like this year, like we said in the beginning, was different.
Yeah.
I remember I went to 2021. We played Boston, season opener. We went to double OT and we won. That was the first side talk video that came out
The streets went
with
crazy.
the guy like going crazy.
That was a crazy double overtime game. That was insanity.
I was at that game and I walked outside and I thought we just won the finals. That's how it felt. Like I thought they were gonna burn it down there and then. I'm like, guys, we just won. It's like one game.
It's game one.
But it felt different. So I can only imagine game 3 when we come back home. It was We watched game 3 together.
We watched game. Wait. We watched.
No, 3.
We watched 1. We watched 3. We did watch 3.
When
We were at Halligan's for 3. That was a loss, and that was our L. That was the third L. And that game was absolutely ridiculous because Tony Brothers,
Oh no, sorry.
that
I can't see.
that game was terribly officiated.
Yeah.
Terribly officiated. And we're going to talk about the officials in other podcasts. We're going to get there. Don't you worry about it. There's going to be other pods that we're going to be discussing officials. But I'm going to tell you right now, that was the worst officiated basketball game I've ever seen in my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's only because they wanted to extend this series a little bit more.
Yep.
They wanted to extend the series a little bit more. And boy, they almost did. Because after game 3 that we lost, we came back for game 4 and something occurred. Something that to this day, I will tell you right now, I am taking exactly what I saw, what I felt. That is going to live with me for the rest of my life. That was the most game 4 of the NBA Finals in 2026 was the most insane thing I've ever witnessed in my life.
So you went to someone's house to watch that?
I was at someone's house and we watched it on a projector on a wall that was about 150 inches. And it was insanity.
Before that, right? The first and second quarter was so I went to the pub to watch it.
Yep.
Halftime hits and everybody's like, check. Everybody's like going home, like they're done. It was packed in there. By halftime, 3/4 of the bar was gone.
Wow.
Gone. Everybody was like, even I left. I was like, yeah, done. I was like, we 2-2, whatever.
Start up. Let's go.
We'll go back. We'll try to beat them.
Yep.
Because I was worried now. I was worried. I was like, oh boy, we're tied up. I was like, I don't want this.
Definitely.
And one of the guys was like, no, we got it. It's 2-2. I'm like, dude, we need to win this game. I'm like, I don't think you understand. We need to win this game because right now they have the momentum.
Yep.
The Spurs were balling. Don't get me wrong, the refs, That's some other time, like you said. But
Yep.
the momentum that the Spurs had and the way the Knicks were playing, forget the refs, put the refs aside. The way the Knicks were playing was not, even Mike Brown said it, and the players said
Yeah.
it. They were like, we didn't play our best.
Mm-mm.
We didn't play our best ball. So I was worried. Third quarter, I'm like, okay, we're still down. What? We're down 15, right? We would go down
So
15, go down 12, and then we would hit a three. They would hit a
exactly, we were
three.
down by 20 in the halftime, pretty much, and then I literally, I told Sam, told my wife, I was like, you know what? If we can at least get to like 14 by the fourth quarter, by the start of the fourth, we got a game. But we have to get it to 14. And we got it to 15.
Yeah.
And I looked at her, I said, we got a game. Fourth quarter, Knicks could do this. It's gonna be hard. And the only reason why I knew that, Seth, is because we did it. We did it two other times already in this series. We already came back from down. So I'm like, they got to do it again.
Hmm.
Oh my goodness. Boy, did they do it again. That fourth quarter was bonkers. I can't begin to tell you the amount of times I've watched 5 minutes left in game four. I've honestly probably watched it a very easily 75 to 80 times already. 5 minutes. Not just the tip. The tip I've watched 400 times. Okay. I've watched that play in every angle. I've watched it in every language. Okay. I've watched it
Me
in
too.
French. I've watched it in Spanish. Okay. I've watched
German,
it in German.
Arab, Italian. The
Like,
Arab one was hands down the best one. Hands down. Easily the best one. It was like watching like it was insane. It was
crazy.
the next day, I so there are times that I work in like Westchester. So I'm like 10 minutes like away.
The tip.
10 minutes away from where the Knicks practice at the Lifetime gym.
Yep.
The next day, I walk in and I'm doing work in there. And I walk past the ball court and I see these two kids in there recreating OG's tipping. And I'm like, these guys cannot be serious. And I'm like, I poke my head, I'm like, hey, you guys, what? He's like, dude, we had to try our best to recreate Jalen's shot and OG's tipping. And I'm like Kawhi's shot versus Philly shot heard around the world.
Yep.
That was the tipping heard around the world.
That was the tip it heard around the world. That, Seth, I can't even begin to tell you. I was losing. I had a grown man jump on my back. Okay. I was losing my mind, and the Knicks are up. They literally foul, and Castle hits two free throws, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what are we gonna do? And
Yeah, I thought
Jalen
done.
Brunson, that shot, which by the way, if Wemby wasn't guarding him, probably is going in
We would have got
because of the trajectory.
triple bang from Mike Breen. We would
That
have got
could have
it.
been triple bang.
He said that we would have. I would have cried if I heard triple bang.
But boy, when that ball bounced up and OG like an angel just just comes out of nowhere and hits that ball in the basket. I knew at that moment, even though it was game four, I knew at that moment
Yeah, that we had
we're
it.
winning the finals.
Yeah, we had it. Yep.
I said, that's it. Team of destiny. I believed it. I said there's no way we're losing this. After coming back, being down, Seth, biggest comeback in NBA Finals history, biggest comeback in the fourth quarter in playoff history, which, by the way, the Knicks just had a couple of days before that, the biggest comeback. So that's two back to back. And then, yeah, one of the biggest comebacks ever in basketball games.
The next day, I went to work And after that game,
There it is. That is awesome.
pick this up. I had to. It was the last copy, and I was like,
The thrill is back.
the fact
Wow.
that we won that game last night, everybody was talking about it the next
That
day,
was it.
and just everyone was crying and like losing their mind because, like you said, they knew we got it.
Yep. That was
Everyone
it.
knew it here. It was like that. Yeah, we got it.
And then that just brings us right over to game 5. We take it. Done. Over. I don't even want to discuss it. We
Yep.
take it.
Yep.
And the Knicks win. And when I say pandemonium starts, pandemonium.
Jalen,
Absolute elation. I'm not
Jalen.
gonna lie to you. I cried. I cried. I don't care.
No, I'm
I
not
said
afraid.
it.
I'm not ashamed.
Not at
I
all.
sobbed. You called me. I was
Well, my
sobbing.
eyes out.
You
Well,
called me,
my eyes out.
and
I
I was
called you.
sobbing.
You were at a watch party. You were in Queens.
I was in
You
Queens.
were
I was
in
at
one
Big
of the
Beach.
biggest. The news had a camera at your watch party.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How
When I
many
saw
people were there?
ESPN at our watch party, I was like, we're gonna win this.
How many people were there?
In the actual like inside the actual Pig Beach, it had to have been like 900.
Oh my gosh.
It was packed. Like everyone was like stand like it was kind of squished.
You could feel it though. Was the edit? Was it like energy was?
It was insane. It was every like, and it wasn't. What was nice was uh it, you you could tell it wasn't fake fans.
Yeah.
It was real like passionate New Yorkers who have like
That
seen
watch
the
party
Knicks
was
for a
crazy.
long time. Yeah, like real fan. And mind you, Morocco and Brazil just played the game before. Every fan stayed for that,
Wow.
and it was. I can't even explain it. I had grown men come up to me and just hug me and just cry in my arms, and I was crying too. The
See, this is
bartender jumped
what
all over the bar, like dapped
it,
us up.
and I think this is what I wanted the pod really to really hit off on it is it affected the city so much, man.
Yeah, it
The
changed.
entire city was absolutely affected, bro.
Yeah,
People, did you know that crime went down? Crime actually went down for the 2.5 months.
yeah,
They weren't doing
yep,
crime, bro.
yep.
That's crazy. The city was safe because the Knicks were too busy sweeping people left and right.
Jalen, Jalen Bruce Wayne Brunson. He 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 helped. He saved us. He helped the cop, even though he had the cops working
They
overtime.
were
But
working overtime, but dude,
yeah,
man, and this is
yeah,
where after winning, honestly, I went to work the next day and I was like, I don't know how to feel. And it is like you said, this is a dream. We've been in a dream for a while, but it was funny. And this is going to be the last thing that we'll talk about this time, and then we'll kick it off for our next podcast. But you could see the true fans
yeah. Oh yeah.
because you had the bandwagoners, which I loved.
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong. I was like, everyone jump on the bandwagon. Jump on. I said, you know what? I know we have a little opposing differences, but I said, everyone jump on the bandwagon because we're all here for it. But there was a but there. I
Good
said,
because I hated it.
but this championship is not for you. I said, you can be on the bandwagon and you can rejoice and you can be happy, but just know in your hearts and minds that it's not for you. This championship, the championship is for us. The ones that have had to suffer, the ones that have been in it, in the dregs. And I needed people to understand that. I needed people to be like, hey, I'm glad you're having fun. I'm glad you're going down to the city and that you bought a Knicks hat. I'm glad you got a Jalen Brunson shirt. I'm glad you got an OG shirt or you have a shirt that says I Heart New NYC with Josh Hart's face. I'm glad that. I'm very happy for you.
Mhm.
But guess what? That doesn't mean anything to me. That doesn't mean anything to me because I know that you're not a true fan. Because 2 days from now, you're going to be walking around and you're not going to care anymore. And I'm still going to be with tears in my eyes. I'm still going to be watching the tip. I'm still going to be talking about everything. Like that's the point.
That's
So I wanted that to be said. I actually wanted that to be said. I did mention that, and that was a thing. I put it on our congregation chat.
Mhm.
Everyone was talking about the Knicks, oh blah 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 blah, and I said, I just want to say I'm so happy. This was a great, but I want to state this right now that this win is not for you. This is for those fans that have been there. And I gave a list and I got a standing ovation. People were sending me side messages. Thank you, Jeremy, for saying that. I really appreciated it because I said this is not for the fair weather. You just showed up watching Knicks basketball in May of 2026. I don't
Yeah,
want to hear it.
that's
How do you feel about that?
that's my only gripe. I won't I because I told you already, I can rant about this. And but I won't. But for example, for me, right? Imagine you like you go through an experience, right? And it's like the worst like experience you could ever have. And you have someone with you the entire time. You both go through this experience for years, like a bad, you know, like a trauma or like whatever. You and that person are bonded now. Like you have something that others cannot know or experience, or they haven't experienced it or they can't relate to it. So for me, when I saw these fans who are coming from out of state and all of a sudden they're like reposting the Knicks and like posting on the story of the Knicks. And I'm like, how dare you? How dare you? You don't know what we've been through.
You have no
You
idea.
don't know 17 and 65. You
Oh,
don't know Lou Amundsen. You don't know Ron Baker.
oh
You
no.
don't know you don't know Lance Thomas. You don't know Jared Jeffries. You don't know Landry Fields. You don't know these guys who
Nope.
have
They have no
like
clue.
no clue.
They have no idea who you're talking about, bro.
So go out in the street and act wild if you want. That's cool. Do it. But you are not part of it. Personally am not. I didn't like the bandwagon. I didn't like it. I'm like, please get
Mm.
off. You like let us enjoy this. This is out.
You said get out of here. You're like, let her leave.
Like they're like jumping on the back of the car, like trying to like drag along with us to the parade. And I'm like, get off. What are you doing? This is not you. This is not you're not from here.
No, you're not from here.
You're not from here, one, and you've never been a Knicks fan. And then as soon as the Spurs start doing good, you're gonna fly to San Antonio next year and start going for them and when they win. Because your mom is from there. So it's like
Yeah.
you don't know what we've been through just because you live here. Now there's some who have been here for like 20 plus years, and I'm like, okay, you're
Okay.
honorary Knicks fan. You've been here. You know what life is like. You saw the towers fall. Like you know New York. But outside of that, it's like, please, if you've been here for 5 years, 3 years, and all of a sudden you're a Knicks fan, please get off. You don't know what we've been through.
You said I'm
Love
done.
them, love everybody, but no, get off. You're not a Knicks fan. It's like if the Mets were to win tomorrow, I'm like, and they want to be a Mets fan or
Oh,
Yankees
oh
fan, I'm like,
no.
how dare you? How dare you? But yeah, anyways, I can rant more, but I'm not. I already posted a thing on my story. I'm like, I hate all of you, and you guys are not Knicks fans at all. Please stop posting. I can't stand it.
I'm being all upset, all happy. Like, get out of here. I don't want to see this
What
anymore.
are you doing? I mean, you go act wild. Yeah, it's like Seventh Ave, 2 o'clock in the morning. Go do it. But no, bro, it it changed everything. That night at when we won. It was insane down in Queens. I cried. We went on the street. Everyone's honking their horns, hanging out windows. And I remember I got home at like 2 o'clock, like 2:30 probably a.m. And I just sat down and I watched the last like minute, like 30 seconds
No.
probably. And when I saw Mikal crying, I saw
Oh,
Jalen crying. When I saw Jalen with his dad,
yeah.
I was in tears. I
Oh
was
yeah.
I was in tears and I thought about everybody in the past. I thought about that 717 and 65 team. I thought about Carmelo. I thought about Marcus Camby. I thought about all these guys who have
Girls
been.
Sprewell, man, Larry Johnson, John Starks, Patrick Ewing, that were all there. I love it. I love Cat was like, "Yo, Pat, this is for you." I was like, "Oh man, wow, that was huge.
Yeah,
That was huge, man.
yeah.
What an amazing run!
It was crazy, bro. This is gonna go
What
down.
an amazing run!
This is gonna go down. I mean, this has gone down in, the history books as the biggest, the most amazing. I think, at least. I mean, maybe I'm biased, but I
It
think the
ties.
most.
It ties it. It ties it because the 72 win Warriors went 16-3
Yeah,
in the finals, and so did we. So
yeah,
so I'll just do that right there.
yep.
So,
What a way to win.
well, I'll tell you this right now, man. This was great,
It was fun,
but
bro.
this is only the first iteration. This is only the first start. We're going to be discussing many, many things. New York sports, ball, left and right. We didn't even touch the draft. We'll do that next time.
And can I just say one more thing?
Yeah, man, go right ahead.
I just thought about this. So, so as for New York sports goes, right? We have the Mets, Yankees, Jets, Giants,
Mhm.
Islanders, Rangers. Now the Nets are not,
They're not.
they're not even who.
This year showed it. They
Those other teams, right? Always rivals. Mets, Yankees, Rangers, Islanders, Giants, Jets, right?
Mhm.
The Knicks are the only team in New York that brings everybody together. And that's
It's not
why, to
it.
me, it was the
It's not.
biggest.
Yeah, understanding that there is another team in Brooklyn, understanding that, but it's the truth. 100%. 100%. The
Yeah,
city was completely united when it came to that.
yeah,
I've never seen something like it, man. They
yeah,
painted they were painting trains, train stations orange and blue, trash cans that people are stealing.
yeah. CEO of what? JP Morgan or somebody stole it.
Sticking EPs. People are stealing trash cans. The city was wild, like literally they united it.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
united it. So
yeah.
to put a bow to wrap this up, man, I'm just gonna say Jalen Brunson, Carl Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby. That starting five, thank you. And then to the bench, Landry Shamet, Mitchell Robinson,
Damn it,
Deuce McBride,
Mitch,
guys,
man.
Jordan Clarkson, Tyler Kolick minutes. We got some Kolick minutes in there.
Mitch. That one hit me. Mitch hit me.
Nadia, let's go. Jeremy
Huck,
Chopin,
Huck, Porty. Thank you for your
40.
minutes in the finals.
Let's go.
Thank you, guys.
Guys, thank you. Thank you for finally breaking whatever the curse that we had was. It's over. Whatever it was, it's done. We are world champions. We can say it. We're world champions. And now, this is going to be the greatest summer ever. Say that right now.
I sleep good every night now.
Every day.
I
Every
sleep
day.
good. Wake up in a good mood. This is for them. I
This is for
wish
the
I had something to
Knicks.
sip on, but hey,
Thank
next time.
you. Thank you. Thank you again.
That was
Well,
awesome.
Steph, listen, this is number one. We're going to get plenty more of these going on. But
Let's do
thank
it.
you for hopping on.
No, thank you, bro. This is awesome. I'm excited for this to keep on going. This to be a thing now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
good.
let's keep it up.
This is good.
So just want to give a shout out to the Afloat podcast for Jake Helfenstein. He's helping us out with this, so thank him for that as well. He's going to be kind of riding with us and helping us out, and he'll be on too.
Thanks,
So
Jake.
good stuff. Good stuff. Well, man, listen, you have a good night. You take
All
care.
right, bro. Okay. See ya.
Knicks in five, buddy.
Knicks
Knicks
in
in
five.
five.
I don't have the hard stuff, but Knicks in
It's all
five,
right.
baby.
That's it.
Knicks in
Anything
five.
Knicks in five is no problem.